Anthony Garstang, the Vice President for New Business Development and Partnerships for NBA Africa. Just being downtown here in the middle of Jozi is incredibly important for all of us. Our game has its heartbeat and its origin in downtown city centres across the world. It's so lovely to be in a place that's just been so important for the development of the game in Johannesburg and in South Africa. So I couldn't think of a better place and a better time to be here with the rest of the basketballing fraternity.
Almost. Step on it and he goes!
The game is going from strength to strength across the continent and definitely here in SA. You can feel it. It's a groundswell. It's building, and I think when brands that follow culture get on board and they get behind the game like they're doing now, it's just amazing for everybody. So watch the space.
Revamping of this half court means that more players need to come play. It's actually cool for the community because most kids will be out there doing the wrong thing. So if we focus on kids coming in to play basketball, it means a lot to us. And we've been having a great time here, and shout out to NBA Africa for doing this for all the kids out here.
This is part of an initiative that we launched in Africa around about 3 years ago. So we started a year ago, March the 11th, 2022, with a regeneration of the court over at Zulik. Here though at Ernest Oppenheimer, we are downtown in the city centre of Johannesburg. It's a moment of true urban regeneration. The court was looking a little bit tired, so we've engaged with one of our well-known friends of the brand, an urban artist, a graffiti artist by the name of Seth Pimental, aka African Ginger. He's given us this beautiful court design so that the court just has a refresh, a bit more energy, life, passion. The players, they're excited, man. I just had one or two of them come up and ask me to go and shoot some hoops with them. That's not a good idea, trust me. But no, they're stoked. You can tell that this means a lot to them. This is an urban brand. This is a brand that is built on the streets that surround us here. This is where our consumers live. This is where our consumers play, and we want to be a part of that with these kind of long-term initiatives and commitments that we're showing here today.
My name is Seth Pimental, also known as African Ginger. I'm an artist, illustrator, painter based in Johannesburg. I'm a 28-year-old artist and illustrator based in Johannesburg, so yeah.
How did you get to do this?
So 9 years ago, Hennessy brought an artist, one of my favorite artists, Shepard Fairey, to South Africa to paint a series of murals, that Nelson Mandela mural in Braamfontein, The Purple Shall Govern. And I was like a teenager still in university, and I saw him paint it, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I just pushed and met some people and chilled around, and as time progressed, they were like, hey Seth, we know that you love our brand, we know that we love you, so let's work together. And yeah, after that I was like, sweet man, yeah, so yeah.
So how long did it take you to revamp this?
So it roughly took 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was 6 months of 4 to 5 months of designing, and then about 2 months of revamping. So what NBA did was refurbish the fencing, repaint the benches, repaint the fences, install a whole new net, a whole new everything. So yeah, and then the actual painting process was about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. So yeah, it was a lot of energy that went into it, but to revamp something, especially this court, that's such a important element of Johannesburg. This is where the cultural hub of hip-hop met in South Africa, This is where rappers and basketball players were meeting up in Joburg in the 80s. So this is, a full circle moment for this court,
This court means to me it gives us a place and a space to play, because for us it's difficult to go to long distances and find courts to play, and most places are very dangerous for us to play because there's no security, nothing. So now that they've added security, it makes it better for us. So now we can even stay late and train at 12 p.m. and stuff and get better in our game, better our craft type of thing. Yeah. So and what basketball means to me, it's just a way out for me. I see it as a way out because I find this as my only plan A. There's no plan B. It's either I make it or not, and I believe I can make it, so yeah.